Stamford Bridge was absolutely buzzing with excitement on this unforgettable match day. The iconic stadium, nestled in the heart of London, was a sea of blue and white, with every seat filled and the air thick with anticipation. Fans had gathered from all corners of the city, and even beyond, to witness what promised to be one of the most thrilling encounters of the Premier League season. The energy was palpable, and you could feel the tension building with every passing minute as kickoff approached. On one side stood Chelsea the Blues, a team with a rich history and a passionate fan base, determined to secure a crucial victory in their quest for a top-4 finish. On the other, Everton the Toffees, a club with grit and resilience, fighting tooth and nail to steer clear of the relegation zone. As the players lined up, you could see the focus and determination etched on their faces, each one fully aware of the stakes at hand. The managers exchanged tense glances, knowing that every tactical decision could make or break their season. The atmosphere inside Stamford Bridge was nothing short of electric. Supporters from both sides filled the stands, waving scarves, singing club anthems, and creating a wall of sound that echoed throughout the stadium. The roar of the crowd was deafening as the teams took to the pitch, and every touch of the ball was met with cheers, gasps, and applause. It was a true festival of football, with families, friends, and lifelong supporters coming together to celebrate the beautiful game. From the very first whistle, both teams showed their hunger for victory. Chelsea pressed high up the pitch, looking to dominate possession and create early chances, while Everton stood firm, defending with discipline and looking to hit back on the counterattack. Every tackle was fierce, every pass measured, and every run purposeful. The players left nothing to chance, knowing that a single moment of brilliance or a lapse in concentration could decide the outcome. For Chelsea, the stakes couldn't have been higher. With the race for Champions League qualification heating up, every point mattered. The Blues pushed forward relentlessly, their attacking players combining with skill and flair, determined to break the deadlock and give their fans something to cheer about. The celebrations that followed each goal were a testament to the team's unity and desire to succeed at the highest level. But Everton were not about to roll over. Their supporters, loud and proud, urged their team on, knowing that every tackle, every clearance, and every save could be vital in their battle to avoid relegation. The Toffees defended with heart, throwing themselves into challenges and showing the kind of fighting spirit that has defined their club for generations. They were determined to spoil Chelsea's party and take home a precious result. This was more than just a football match. It was a clash of titans, a test of nerves, skill, and determination. With so much at stake for both sides, every minute was packed with drama, tension, and unforgettable moments. Stamford Bridge was the stage, and the Premier League delivered yet another classic encounter that would be remembered by fans for years to come. The atmosphere inside the stadium was absolutely electric. Every single person in the crowd could feel the tension in the air as the scoreboard stubbornly displayed a goalless draw. Both teams had fought tooth and nail for every inch of the pitch, but neither side had managed to break the deadlock. The stakes were high, and the pressure was mounting with every passing minute. Fans from both sides were on the edge of their seats, their eyes glued to the action unfolding before them, knowing that just one moment could change everything. It was at this crucial juncture that young Nicolasjackson, brimming with confidence and determination, was called upon to make a difference. As he jogged onto the pitch, you could see the focus in his eyes. He knew this was his chance to shine, to make a mark not just for himself, but for his team and the fans who believed in him. The Chelsea forward, already earning a reputation for his blistering speed and dazzling footwork, found himself in a promising position just outside the penalty area. The ball was played into his feet, and in that split second, time seemed to slow down. The defenders were closing in, but Jackson's composure never wavered. He took a deft touch to control the ball, scanning the field for an opening, his mind racing through possibilities. With a sudden, explosive burst of pace, Jackson shifted gears and accelerated past the Everton defender, leaving him completely flat-footed. The crowd erupted in a collective gasp as Jackson's quick feet and sharp instincts created just enough space for him to make his move. It was a breathtaking display of athleticism and confidence, the kind of moment that makes football so thrilling to watch. Without hesitation, Jackson unleashed a thunderous shot, striking the ball with incredible power and precision. The sound of his boot meeting the ball echoed through the stadium, and for a brief moment everyone held their breath. The ball rocketed towards the goal, slicing through the air like a missile, its trajectory perfect and unstoppable. Jordan Pickford, Everton's experienced goalkeeper, launched himself into a full-stretch dive, desperately trying to get a hand to the ball. But Jackson's shot was simply too good, too fast, too accurate. The ball whistled past Pickford's fingertips, leaving him grasping at thin air as it sped towards the goal. The ball crashed into the back of the net with a satisfying thud, sending the Chelsea supporters into a frenzy of celebration. Jackson's teammates swarmed around him, lifting him up in triumph, while the fans roared their approval. In that single, spectacular moment, Nicolas Jackson had turned the tide of the match, etching his name into the memories of everyone watching. It was truly a moment of brilliance, one that would be talked about for years to come. The goal sent the Chelsea fans into absolute raptures, igniting a wave of blue across the stands. The stadium erupted with noise as supporters leapt from their seats, hugging strangers and waving scarves high above their heads. The energy was electric, a true testament to the passion and loyalty of the Chelsea faithful. Every corner of Stamford Bridge seemed to vibrate with excitement, the echoes of their cheers reverberating long after the ball hit the back of the net. For a moment, it felt as if the entire city was celebrating, united in joy and anticipation for what the rest of the match might bring. But Everton didn't back down. Despite the setback, the Toffees quickly gathered themselves, showing the kind of resilience that has defined their season. The players huddled together, exchanging determined glances and words of encouragement. Their captain rallied the squad, reminding them that there was still plenty of football left to play. The Everton bench was animated, urging their teammates on, and the traveling supporters responded with chants of their own, refusing to let the atmosphere be dominated by the home crowd. It was clear that Everton were not going to let one goal define their night. Pedro Neto, the dynamic Everton winger, immediately set about making his presence felt. With the ball at his feet, Neto was a constant threat down the flank, using his blistering pace and quick footwork to get behind the Chelsea defense time and time again. Each time he received the ball, the crowd held its breath, knowing that something special could be about to happen. Neto's acceleration left defenders scrambling, and his ability to change direction in an instant made him a nightmare to mark. He darted past one, then two Chelsea players, whipping in dangerous crosses and forcing the defense to stay on high alert. His confidence was palpable, and his teammates looked to him as a spark to reignite their attack. The pressure he applied on the right wing kept Chelsea pinned back, and it was clear that if Everton were to find a way back into the game, Neto would be at the heart of it. However, standing in his way was a formidable opponent, Levi Colwill, Chelsea's young and highly rated defender. Colwill was tasked with the difficult job of containing Neto, and he rose to the challenge with remarkable composure. From the first whistle, Colwill matched Neto stride for stride, reading his movements and anticipating his next move. The two engaged in a fascinating duel, with Colwill refusing to be beaten easily. He used his physicality to shield the ball, timed his tackles to perfection, and communicated constantly with his fellow defenders to ensure that Neto never had a clear path to goal. The battle between the two was one of the highlights of the match, a showcase of raw talent and tactical intelligence on both sides. Colwill, with his impressive strength and tactical awareness, managed to keep Neto relatively quiet throughout the match. Whenever Neto threatened to break free, Colwill was there to intercept or force him wide, denying him the space he craved. It was a masterclass in defensive discipline from the young Chelsea star, who showed maturity beyond his years. By the final whistle, it was clear that while Neto had given everything in attack, Colwill's wall had held firm, ensuring Chelsea's lead remained intact and earning the respect of fans and pundits alike. Despite the loss, one Everton player who stood out was Jared Branthwaite. The young defender was a rock at the back for the Toffees. He made crucial tackles, interceptions, and clearances, keeping Everton in the game for large stretches. His performance was a testament to his talent and composure under pressure. Well, the first half was a tense affair, with both teams really battling for control of the midfield. Chelsea actually had more possession, but, Everton defended resolutely. Then, the introduction of Mykhailo Mudryk for Chelsea in the second half, it really injected some much-needed urgency into their attack. His pace and direct running caused all sorts of problems for the Everton defense. The midfield was a battleground throughout the match, with neither team giving an inch. Conor Gallagher, the Chelsea midfielder, put in a tireless performance, breaking up Everton attacks and driving his team forward. For Everton, Abdoulaye Doucouré was a powerful presence, winning headers and making crucial tackles. Despite their defensive resilience, Everton struggled to create clear-cut chances. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, their main striker, cut an isolated figure up front, starved of service for much of the match. Demarai Gray looked dangerous on the break, but his final product let him down. Everton would rue their missed opportunities as the game wore on. In the end, it was a moment of individual brilliance from Jackson that separated the two sides. His goal was worthy of winning any game. It was a reminder of the fine margins that often decide games at the highest level. Everton, despite their valiant efforts, were left empty-handed. The win was crucial for Chelsea, keeping them firmly in the race for a top-4 finish. For Everton, the defeat was a blow to their survival hopes. They remained in the relegation zone, with a lot of work to do in their remaining games. One thing's for sure, the Premier League never fails to deliver drama.